Okay, I'm going to go over the electrical system of the Funky Delta project and one other very important piece of the project, which is our mascot, Pete. Pete was my way of addressing the theme of Burning Man in 2009, the theme being evolution. I wanted to have a mascot that sort of embodied the change and sometimes violent change that happens in natural systems. So we kind of took advantage of what we had in the garage. My girlfriend's mom was working with a lot of different animal skulls for an art project, and Pete was born from some inspiration that came from those skulls. So Pete does a couple of neat tricks. The first one is this. Okay, so as you can see, that's kind of creepy, Pete did freak some people out because, you know, he's a chirping cat skull. But Pete has another talent besides singing, and I think he'll show you in just a second here after he's done with his bird song. All right, Pete, let's sing a song. So there you have it. Those are Pete's talents there. Pretty disgusting actually in some regards, but you know, I'm not a PETA member, so the cat skull doesn't bother me. Pete usually spent his day attached to the Funky Delta project, just like this, as my co-pilot, and he is photosensitive, so that's why I have to keep this cork into the sensor at the bottom here, otherwise he'll keep singing forever. So that was my way of addressing the theme of evolution. So the other thing I wanted to show you was the lighting switches, which I installed into the captain's chair here. These are just two basic electrical switches. The lower one controls the headlight, the upper one controls the cabin light and the tail lights and other LEDs. So just real quickly, I'll show you those one more time. These are our yellow high-powered LEDs on the top here, blue strips on the sides, very bright, and then I actually wired up a 12-volt cabinet halogen light for the headlight, and I only use that sparingly because it eats a lot of battery power. It was pretty important to have out on the playa at Burning Man just to see where I was headed and to make sure other people could see me when I was coming at them. But for the most part, these LEDs were bright enough to do the trick. Let's see if I can find the garage lights here and show you just how bright they are. So this is what the Funky Delta looks like at night. You can see the yellow lights here kind of light up the interior pretty well and let you see what you're doing when you're riding inside the car. And you can see all the light in front there is being controlled by the headlight. So I'll flip the headlight off just to give you an idea about how much power is involved there. So that's the headlight. That's the rest of the lights here. So it was actually pretty well lit up at night, I thought. Very easy to see from far away. You can see the blue lights are lighting up the rest of the garage here. So probably the most powerful LEDs I've ever used on a project. And I did pay a good amount of money for them, so they didn't disappoint. Okay, well, thanks for watching. I think I've pretty much covered most of the details of my project. I'll try to get another ride in tonight and take some passengers with me. Thanks, bye.